Hey there, everybody. My name is Ito. I'm with Dignitas, and I'm currently joined by one of the members from Paradox, a team that is playing in the upcoming Verizon VCT Game Changers presented by Dignitas. Well, Hannah, can you kind of introduce yourself? What is your team like, and how did you end up joining these wonderful women?
I am Hans. I am an initiator and sentinel for Team Paradox. I play Sova and Sage for the team currently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and how I got with the team was I've been kind of jumping from team to team since January. I started on a team called PSL that participated in the Yuletide Brawl in Galorant, and then
Mm-hmm.
I joined Pulsar Gaming, which is kind of like a break off from that team because some people were in and out of it. And then
Uh-huh.
I ended on this team with one of my really good friends who was also my prior teammate on PSL. And we kind of made this little team and we kind of brought two friends and two friends together and then kind of like a fifth person that just vibed with all of us.
I love how PSL was your last team name. I was like, oh, I wonder what that's an acronym for. Pumpkin spice latte, or
It
is
is
it something else?
it is something else. I don't know if I can say it.
I can use my imagination.
I don't know if I can say it.
Can you tell me what your teammates are like? Maybe starting with Zen Zen?
Yeah, so Zenzen's actually the teammate that I've been with since PSL. But I've been playing with her since Act 1. So we kind of had that synergy going through into the teams when we started playing more competitively, especially amongst the Valorant server. Zenny is probably one of the most vocal of our team. She's our IGL. She's really good at communicating, and she's the one that kind of keeps us under, like, kind of professional. I know that me being the youngest, I'm always the one to kind of like cause things to get a little bit lighthearted in a time where, you should be on your A game focused. So she's definitely like our kind of like professional like manager, keeps us, clean. Like sometimes we get a little bit rowdy, so she's definitely one to, be more calm and under the wave.
How about Malice City?
Melicity is one of my newer friends. She is our duelist, and all I can say is like for her rank, she is definitely not her rank. She's cracked out her mind, but she's such a cool vibe to have around. Like she stays tilt proof almost all the time. Um, Obviously like she, as much as she's a duelist and you kind of are more focused on your aim, she's always open to giving suggestions to people who need it. So in that sense, she's really really nice and she's always willing to help, whether that would be, little tips, because she's played almost all characters. So she helps me out with my Sova, which is crazy because, like you would think that a duelist kind of, does duelist stuff, but she helps me out with my Sova. She helps me out with like Viper lineups if I need them in comp. Like she's all over the place, and it's good because it's her experience that she gives to me. So it's kind of like a apprentice thing for me.
How about Nikki, though?
Oh my god, Nikki is such a vibe. Nikki's really, really famous amongst the Valorant server. She knows like everybody. She has great connections. I'm really lucky and happy to have Nikki on our team. She is
Mm-hmm.
also a duelist on our team, and she works really, really well with Melicity. Her vibe is really like cool. She just gets along with everybody. Like she came and fit into our fifth spot really, really well. Um, Being somebody that maybe wasn't friends with Melicity or me or Zenny at the time, she fit in just great. Um, she really matches us and she gives great comms, and that's all I could ever ask for from her. And I'm really lucky to have her on my team.
Last but not least is Kelly. Can you introduce us to them?
Kelly is definitely new to the competitive scene. She always has a
Uh-huh.
lot of questions. She's always curious. She always, gets answers. She always wants answers. Obviously, being more new to the competitive scene means that she gets a little bit under pressure, but she's been doing really great
Mm-hmm.
with us. She's been learning whatever she has to learn. She wasn't really comfortable on people like some Sentinel players, but she's been learning for the team, and that shows a lot of dedication, and it's just great.
What has
Yeah.
prep for Game Changers looked like? Because, again, sounds like you're all staying busy.
Just to spill some tea, Academy did not go well for us. We were kind of falling out, and we kind of got the best of our mental. Like, our mental was really down after that game. So we definitely are taking this time right now to make sure that our strats are more diverse. We are changing up comps so that everybody feels more comfortable maybe doing something else. Obviously, you think that you're comfortable on one thing, but you could just pop off on another character completely. So we're making sure that everyone is finding kind of like a new era for them and making strats out of it and making things work. So we're definitely scrimming to try out a lot of things against other teams that are doing BCTs and kind of just testing the waters.
What brought you to Valorant in particular?
Valorant came out as like this Riot game. And I was like, oh my god, I play so much League. Like, what's going on? Like, I want to check this out. And they said that it was a lot like CS:GO, and I played very small amounts of CS:GO, so I really wanted to check it out. And I was like, beta key. Like, I wanted to be one of the exclusive. Like, I wanted to be
Wow.
one of the cool people with the key. So like
Did you get one?
I did. So I started in
What?
beta.
Everyone. Everyone
Yeah.
but me did.
No way. No way.
Yeah. It's a struggle.
Yeah, but I got the beta key and I tried it out with my friends at the time, and
hmm
I fell in love with the game because I actually played a lot of Overwatch last year and I hit Diamond then.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I was like, this was like my new calling. Like, it was something that just called to me, and I just got so addicted to the game. And it was something that I could run because I am a laptop gamer. So I
Laptop, yeah.
just needed, like, it was just a game that could run for me at the time. Like, so it was just something that I got really into, and that's how I landed on Valorant.
I'm just curious if there's any teams in particular you really want to play against.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, we've been scrimming against teams like Team Blossom that I know
hmm
we've been seeing in competitions recently, like Sakura Cup and Game Changers Academy. Um, and just different teams that we see. Like C9 White is gonna be in it,
Yeah.
TSM is gonna be in it, obviously. So those are like really hard competitors. But it's not more of like I'm interested to see how we do against them. It's more I'm interested to see how they
hmm
do. But definitely a lot of teams that we have played against in the past, we're definitely wanting to see again and kind of wanting to change the way that we have played against them prior and really showing the change and really showing an improvement against them.
If there's any big advice that you want to give to maybe other people who are watching this video and want to be in your place, how could they get on your level of competing? Do you have any big tips, advice for them, maybe?
I think that a lot of the people that I've ran into that are females in the gaming community
hmm
is actually a lot of ethnic women. I
Right.
am Pakistani and I am a girl, so in my culture, it's not really seen as something that's really, common. But all I
hmm
just want to say is that if it's a hobby that you want to make into something a little bit bigger, make sure that you have a balance of everything else in your life before you decide to commit to something as big as this. I am in no shape or form perfect, but I always try to make sure that I'm balancing everything else in my life while keeping my hobbies. And with that, I know that if I reach the other goals in my life, I can always come back to this hobby and always make my hobby something bigger, always. Balance is always something that you need, and I also want to really vouch for Galorants as a server.
Right.
Galorants is not only just a server to find people to play with for fun, but they make competitive play more inclusive for women. And it's not anything to be, they never put you down, they never do anything, but it's kind of, Galorants is bringing in so many tournaments to bring girls into the light and show that women can really game. You know what I mean? Like, we're actually gamers and we shouldn't be treated any less.
Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. Do you have any shout outs that you want to give to anyone in particular? Any pets, family?
Shout out to my boyfriend. He's kind of cool. He always pushes me. He always pushes me to do my best and play my best Valorant, but he also really pushes me to keep a balance in my life between in real life and gaming.
Uh
So
huh.
it's definitely healthy for me to have that type of person in my life. Um, Shout out to Zenny. If it wasn't for Zenny, she wouldn't have really pulled me into this competitive play and she wouldn't have pulled me into this team. I have
hmm
such an amazing team and I couldn't thank her enough for making me be a part of it. Um, I'm just really happy that I get to play with crack people all the time. And yeah, I think that's just everything. And also like shout out to like all the girls in Valorant and like all the teams that we play against every day to scrim and coming out to actually scrim us. Like that's a really big deal. Coming making time out of our day to scrim and practice. So I think
Hmm.
that's just a really big thing.
Well, thank you so much, Hans. I really appreciate you hopping on for this interview, and I honestly really can't wait to see what Paradox does at the upcoming Verizon VCT Game Changers. Good luck, honestly.
Thank you.